Good morning, everyone. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you very much for being here today and taking the time. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection reading for today. Today's February 3rd, 2021. Moving right along. I hope you're feeling good. There's a lot of beautiful, strong, powerful energies with the Aquarius season that we're experiencing. In addition to being, by month's end, a full total of 6 planets in Aquarius. So this is big. This is called the crown jewel, right? This has not been seen since 1962, I believe I read. And it's just one of those things, again, where it's nice to be a part of it once or twice, 3 times in a lifetime. It just says a lot, you know? And it's always, like I said, astrology is about patterns and cycles, and so it really makes us question, you know, and recognize when certain events have happened in the world, right? Not only on a personal level, but, you know, globally. To recognize that once again, you know, when it starts to appear that way again, it does create the same kind of, you know, energies and outcomes, I guess I'm trying to say. But it's fascinating, and that's the same thing with love. And I choose to do the love connections because love to me is the most important thing in life. And so I hope you will agree with that, first of all, and first and foremost. But today, before I get off the beaten path, I will be reading for the featured sun sign of Gemini as I go around my zodiac wheel. And so tomorrow will be, Cancer, and then Leo, and then Virgo, and so forth. So you'll know we have an order for the featured. And then the highlighted will be done right now in front of you. It's always a mystery. Spirit likes to bring this highlighted connection out where I will read 3 additional messages and, you know, categories that I find are important for all relationships. And then I'll finish with the beautiful oracle divinations sent to you strictly with love, great amounts of wisdom, you know, encouragement, divine intervention. And you have Scorpio, Gemini. I mean, it's just like, boom, there it went. I remember reading this to you before, but I don't know how long ago, and we're going to do it today because I like it a lot. Was it last? Can I just look really quick? Because I love to kind of review if you have a moment, and it just kind of refreshes my memory too. But it also says something like Spirit really needs to talk to this particular couple. And remember, love is all different types. It's friendships, it's family, it's animals, it's plants, it's your work, yourself, you know, your inspirations. But so for Gemini, it was Libra, and then before that, Gemini was Scorpio. Yeah, the beginning of last month in January. Interesting. Mid-month was with Libra. Here we are again. Something's brewing, and may I just say that the moon has gone into Scorpio today, so that's also very interesting for the reading. But Gemini, you are an air sign. You are basically known for your knowledge, your intellect, your learning capacity, right? That's everything to you. That's what really motivates you in your life. It keeps you, you know, exhilarated and you're passionate. You're passionate about that. You're great at teaching and being taught. You're great about, you know, being mentors to people, and you want to expand that knowledge constantly. You are a mutable sign. You are very interested in all sorts of things, very adaptable. You are known to change quite a bit in your lifetime. You may move a lot. You may have several different types of relationships, you know, and partners. And you are known as the duality sign because you are the symbolic twins, which means you have, you know, several different sides to you, or you have this ability to be several different, you know, feelings, or the mutable aspect. You can be very, very outgoing and gregarious, and I've met a lot of Geminis like that I enjoy so much. You're the life of the party. You are very, very quick-witted. Your mind is always thinking. You can feel that when you're with a Gemini. Very able to do multitasking, you know, and you're actually, your attention span is a little short. Like you're on to the next thought. You're on to the next idea. And so, yeah, that's it. I like that trait, and it's something that you're born with. I mean, there's not much you can do, but I was starting to say there's the part of a lot of Geminis that are like that, and then there's the part that are just the opposite. You can be very subdued, very, you know, straight-laced, I guess you could say, and not necessarily social at all. So you can get one or the other of the Geminis. You can get one in the same person, or both in the same person. But it keeps it interesting. I've never been bored by a Gemini, that's for sure. And I've known a lot. Now, the good thing I want to say is you are ruled by Mercury. That is definitely even more profoundly accentuating the mind, because Mercury is about that. It's about our thoughts. It's about any moving thing, you know, but it's also about, for you, you know, connection, commerce, networking, ideas. You know, you're competitive. You tend to be competitive. You want to just continue to get better and to feel that, you know, that motivation, and to bring that into others that you're around. It really gets you going, and it helps you to be the best that you can be. And so, yeah, there's a bunch of liveliness. There's, you know, forgetfulness at times, and not necessarily someone that, you know, I mean, you may make a plan and you honestly don't mean to forget about it or make another plan, but to know a Gemini is to love a Gemini. There's great artistic and creative capabilities with Geminis too. I do want to say that. And the fact that you are an air sign like your fellow Aquarius, which is the whole season we're in, like I said, and will be predominantly throughout this year, but then it'll be air, they call it the air era, for hundreds of years now going forward. So it's going to be predominant. It's not going to be the only planetary influences, of course, but it'll be predominant versus the Earth that were the past 800 years. So it's a whole new slate, and air is about new anyway. It's about inventive. Aquarius is about trying new things and being kind of rebellious and going away against the grain so that you can look at things in a new way, a new perspective. Not being so regimented, you know, and more freedom-seeking, independent, definitely about fairness and equality. All of those are you too, Gemini. So you're very, very in tune with what's happening right now. It makes you feel very, very empowered and strong with your energy and the influences and support of Aquarius as well. It's going to be a better year. It's going to have its, you know, its challenges, as they all do, but this is going to feel like they can be handled easier, you know. We're moving forward, like I said. That's the predominant theme. You love that idea. I mean, nothing really holds you back. You don't want to stay in any place too long. So I'm really excited for you about that. And this month in particular has some beautiful aspects to it for you, particularly in romance. So then you have your highlighted today with Scorpio, and Scorpio is... It's water. It's so emotional. It's so deep, you know. Of all the water signs, of course, Scorpio is known for being the most intense. I attribute it to the fact that originally, historically, the ruling planet of Scorpio is Mars, and that's about fire. That's about, you know, heat and passion and you know, motivation. Mars is the planet of warrior, the war god, right? I mean, just putting forth that energy to where it feels as though nothing can stop it, you know. When Mars is on the path, people want to stay clear. And I mean, that sounds almost, well, it doesn't sound almost, it sounds extremely intimidating, but we all need that kind of energy and drive to get things done, you know. And sometimes when it's in retrograde, like it was last year for 2 months in Aries, ooh, that was hard on a fire sign being like Aries, you know. They had to like really sit back and really just kind of be more introspective and such, which is what Scorpio does anyway. That's what they're so familiar with. Their Pluto, their more modern planet that rules them is Pluto. And Pluto is a tough cookie boy. It's about transformation. It's about getting down to the nitty-gritty, unveiling the things, unearthing the things that we don't necessarily want to see in ourselves. It's about questioning and, you know, being really critical and just saying, okay, I want to be successful and I need to do this and I'm determined to do it, but it means that I have to sacrifice this or change that, purge this. And I mean, you know, sometimes that's not easy to do, but when you do it, it feels so incredibly beautiful. It feels so vindicating. And that's what Scorpio does for themselves, but certainly the people that they're around. and that includes you, Gemini. So not to mention, they are extremely sensual. They feel like the physical aspect of another person helps them to get to know them to the depths, to the soul. And that's what happens. I mean, they want to embrace you and they want to possess you. And I know that sounds weird and creepy, but it's true. I mean, that's how deep and passionate they are when it comes to love and life and the things that excite them and keep them motivated. So yeah, there's some really exciting things that's been happening, if not for a long time, certainly now, in regards to this combination. And don't mistake yourself. Anything that a Scorpio puts their mind to do, they do it extremely well. They are extremely interested in the mind and psyche, and that's part of who you are, ruled by Mercury. I mean, that's right there. It says a lot. There's this attraction with that. Not to mention all the other beautiful aspects that would keep you in a nice, beautiful relationship, working through the love languages and all the things, of course, you need to do. This one's hot and beautiful. And also, you know, Venus is in Aquarius as well, with one of the other 6 planets this month. So, yeah, Venus is love. Venus is, it's always going to be that thing that just makes you feel so much more beautiful inside and out, and just right. Everything feels right when it comes to love. And expression, though, Mercury is in retrograde in Aquarius, and it will be through the 20th, and that will affect you specifically, Gemini, because Mercury is your ruling planet. So I think at this point, if you're watching these shows at this channel and other channels with spirituality, you know that you get through it. It'll just be more delays. It'll be some confusion with technology and communication in particular, but perhaps transportation. Nothing you can't work through. It's actually there to guide us and just kind of remind us and to review things. And it means you can spend more time just being together with each other. Because if there are hesitations and pauses and things you're doing, enjoy each other, you know, embrace love. Love is more important than most every other thing anyway. So I don't know, I really like this, and I'd like to read to you now your specific messages under the 3 categories. The first one is the category of overall energies that brought you to this reading, the catalyst. And I am using this beautiful new deck I just got for Christmas. This is like my 3rd day now. The Star Spinner Tarot by Trungle. I don't know, I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. And so your first card for all beautiful Geminis and highlighted Scorpio is, I love this so much. They're new, so I have to make sure I know what I'm doing here. 5 of Coins. Interesting. The 5 of Coins is our stability. It's the Pentacles. It is also the Earth energy. So Earth is our practical things, you know, things we can touch and feel. And you were feeling like you've been, like it's not quite enough. You haven't really, you feel like you've been held back. You feel like you've been missing out. That's what this card tends to represent. Now, it's definitely about the mind. It's how we think. It's how we perceive. That's what you do, Gemini. That's what's so important and critical right now. When this card comes out, it makes you and helps you to remind you that you can change your thought process. You can change the energy of what you're feeling and what you're bringing in and putting out in a snap, right? And it's not to say like you alone are experiencing this, Gemini. Obviously, we've all had so many times in our lives where we've just had those times when we're just not feeling like things are up to snuff, or for heaven's sakes, last year's still a part of this year. I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to, and I'm seeing the light, you know, at the end of the tunnel. But right now, I just think you need to be very, very aware of your thoughts and know that this Scorpio and any other friendship or connection you have will be there to help you. That's what this beautiful Aquarian energy does, because Aquarius is also the humanitarian. It wants to help everybody. It's like this, let's make the whole world better. Let's heal all of it, okay? Not just 1 or 2 of us. And, you know, so just reach out and talk to this Scorpio. Yes, they're mysterious, and yes, sometimes they may not want to reveal, and they may not be as talkative as you, but they have a lot of knowledge, and they have a lot of insight, and they're psychic, and they're capable, and they know hunches ahead of time, way before a lot of people. So this is what this is about with this relationship. Be vulnerable, express, you know, even in a retrograde. And I don't think the talking part will be hard for you. I just need to know that you understand it's what you're saying and how you're saying it during this time. You have to be, you know, maybe a little bit more cautious. And just know that these thoughts are fleeting when it comes to times when you're not feeling as prosperous as you'd like or what have you with the coins, you know, and prosperity is in all areas of life. So just keep that in mind and allow yourself to be guided and to be given help when necessary, you know. Never feel afraid or badly about asking for help. That's something I always want to suggest, but I got carried away. So that was the overall energy. And the second is the possible blessings or obstacles, because we all experience that in life, right? So what would they be for the two of you in this particular relationship or this particular day? Like, you may feel these energies instantly, or you may not at all, you know. Some resonate and some don't. And what do they say? Take what feels right and leave the rest. So this is beautiful. So it's really beautiful. The second possible blessings or obstacle card is the Emperor. Well, there's the power. There's the strength, like crazy, right? This is the card that depicts the sign of Aries. Aries is the leader. Aries begins actually the whole year. You know, that's what they think in astrology, that Aries is the beginning of you know, of the year, basically. Aries represents the beginning of spring. Aries is the number one sign. Aries, it has that youthful, impulsive, and very, very confident, I'm in charge, I'm a leader. It's bold. It's about masculine energy, which, by the way, the air signs all have in common, because it's about the mind, and they always attribute the mind and thoughts and everything to masculinity. Logicalness, you know, strategizing and all that equates to the masculine parts of us. And that's a necessary thing. We all have both, right? So there's some important influences or somebody that's, you know, an authority figure to you in some way. It could be a paternal, you know, figure like your father, uncle, or grandfather that's very, very prominent in either of your lives. It could be the male in this, if that's the case. It doesn't matter, either gender for any signs. But yeah, the strength is there, the will to go forward, to get away from the thoughts that you know aren't feeling right. This will do it for you, because I'll tell you what, the fire and spirit of all fire signs but Aries is no. We've done that, we've been there, let's keep it moving, okay? That's their motto. That's something that they are well known for. They don't like to sit and, you know, and wallow in what's happened. You know, they feel it, they heal, they grieve, and they move on. Okay, so keep that in mind, because you've got that in you as well, the two of you. You are determined, and yeah, well, Scorpio is a fixed sign. They are definitely determined, trust me. They have goals and they have aspirations, and they reach them. End of story. And then the final category is the final category of finances. It is a Mercury retrograde, and my speech is kind of cuckoo. So I'm going with it, and please bear with me. And so, what do we have here for you? Ah, there you go. 8 of coins. That's what we're talking about. Questioning, oh, I don't know, am I good enough? Is, you know, if I just feel like I'm not, it's not enough. It's, you know, I'm all those things that the 5 of Pentacles can bring on into our thoughts. And then followed by the blessing of the power and the determination and the will and spirit of the Emperor, Major Arcana. And then in the finances you have the 8 of coins. Well, let me just tell you, in numerology, 8 is the most abundant, the most manifestive, you know, powerful number there is. So you can see you are working hard, you are achieving your goals, you have been. This isn't something that just happened overnight. And it's building, and you'll be hearing more about your money situation one way or another. I don't have all the examples. I know that we're, starting tax season, so refunds will be coming in. You have talks about stimulus happening in our government that will affect all of us, hopefully most of us. And we have just this incredible ability to build upon what we believe and what we know to be true with our abilities that we have. And you have them. You have them very strongly. You both do. So the two of you together, you're not stopping anytime soon. Interestingly enough, these have the number 7 o'clock, which is really interesting because 7 is about working through difficulties, and it's also a very, lucky number for a lot of people. But you've got 7 on the wall, and you've got the 8th one there to really push the ante up, right? And to level it up, as they say. And that's exactly what's happening. So don't be surprised if things come in unexpectedly. Now, the 8 is also interesting because Scorpio represents the 8th house, and that's usually inheritances, other people's money, your spouse. I mean, all different variables in that. And, and so I'm thinking that there's stuff happening you're not necessarily going to be aware of yet, but it's positive and it's good. And it's going to keep you feeling very secure and stable. Because at first in the reading you were like, I don't know, I'm just... See, you got to just believe and know that you are always going to get, if you're down, the only way is up, right? And to really hold on to that. We have that power. We have that control. We don't have control over everything, and we never will, and that's okay. But we do have control over our thoughts and how we choose to believe our life can be, And that's a huge portion of it, certainly in the law of attraction. Speaking of which, let me read to you now the oracle messages for every single Gemini and every single connection you have, because I know how sociable you are. I know you have friends in all walks of life, all over this world, whether it's figuratively or through social media. I feel very strongly that a lot of you are writers and, poets, and just that whole expressive thing comes out once again in ways to communicate to people and share and bring more knowledge into this world for people and yourself. And I like this reading, so let's go on, and we'll start with the first oracle, which is one of my favorites, and it's very appropriate for my love connection readings. It's the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. So I'll pull one specifically for every single Gemini and all your connections in relationship to all of your love connections. What it has to say, what's going on with you right now. This is a beautiful month for heart, and we have a new moon happening in Aquarius, of course, because that's part of the stellium of, all the beautiful stars and planets in Aquarius this month. And so that's about wishes and really putting out your intentions and starting something you want, if you choose to be, or just building on what you have already, like a relationship and so forth. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Okay, well, I've not seen this. These are still new to me. I got them last year, but towards the latter part of it. And I bring out different, decks and oracles and every month. And I've used, I mentioned the tarot, so that's this. Okay, we're good. Guess what number came up? We just got this 8, but it was starting with the 7, and it was 7 o'clock. Number 7, move. Move. You know how you like to move, right, Gemini? This is nothing new to you. It's part of your whole spirit. It always has been. And the heart and the 2 hands, this is gorgeous illustration. Isn't that gorgeous? Well, let me read what it says. And by the way, it does have a black background, which has a lot to do with what I found out. The whole aspect of it. So let me double check here. Red, indigo. Okay, so this has to do with, this is like the major arcana. Wow, you got a lot of major stuff going on here. It's real. The keywords are act, direct, master, discipline, focus, and effort. Everything you use, you stand for, you represent. Now is the time to be proactive regarding matters of the heart. If you're looking for a relationship, take the initiative to find one. Take advantage of the many ways to meet your soulmate. This card is about action, action, action. If your current relationship is not moving in the direction you wish, do whatever is required to shift the direction. You're the master of your own destiny. And that includes your relationships. Don't wait for others to make the first move or set the tone of the relationship. Take charge. And I know a lot of Geminis know how to do that extremely well. Well, let me read the last of it. Creating and sustaining a good relationship requires discipline. It's not enough to be in a relationship. You must invest in it as well. Be present and focus on the relationship. Give every relationship the opportunity. See every relationship. To give every relationship the time and energy that it needs to deserve to flourish and grow. Now is the time to focus on your needs and the needs of your partner. Make the effort to maintain healthy boundaries for yourself and to respect the boundaries of others. Well, those are beautiful words. The affirmation, I take charge of my relationship. And so I love that. I feel like it's kind of giving me goosebumps, and I feel like it's definitely directed to you. And like I said, yes, a love relationship, but every relationship, because you are very intertwined and connected to a lot of people. And so that's beautiful. Let me read your beautiful healing with the angel oracle message now. Oh, this is beautiful. This is Doreen Virtue. I always liked her, and I love angels, and I know they're around us and protecting us, and we can always ask them for assistance. And I'm going to ask you right now, if you have not subscribed and you like what you're seeing and you'd like to be a part of my channel on a regular basis, please do me a favor and push the subscribe button, like, share. All those things are incredibly supportive and loving, and they're simple, and they don't cost anything. And I do this just out of my heart. I will be doing personal readings, especially since actually next month I'm going to be having a surgery a month from today. All the more reason, because I won't be able to work my other job again, to just really put my energy into this, probably take a few days off, and then really start the readings. So let me know, if that's something you would like for more depth. These are general, of course. And I love it. I've done readings for 30 years. It's my passion, my purpose. And I would really enjoy that a lot. So yeah, your message from the beautiful healing with the angels is stuck together. Makes sense? No. Freedom, baby. Did I mention you're a very independent and freedom-seeking sign, even though you love and relationships? You also like that independence. Anybody that's with you needs to understand it, and they can and they will, as long as it's communicated and expressed, and your trust is there. That's essential. That's it. I mean, I don't have to say much about that. The angels are saying you've got this, recognize that and utilize that. Freedom of speech, freedom of life, freedom of joy, freedom of love, all of the above. Financial freedom, it's yours. And I sense that this is already something you're feeling pretty good about. I don't think that you're going to have much difficulty in attracting it to you. And speaking of which, the final message is the Super Attractor Manifestation deck. This is my OG deck, what I love so very much, because it's just reminding us we can feel and believe our life that we choose, It has to all be congruent. We have to think, feel, and basically know. And that's what brings things into us. And it has to be a like attracts like kind of beautiful feeling. And I know you can do that. We all do it. So these help us to remind us of that. And your specific message for today, honestly, I have not picked this one in months. And it's green. It's all about the heart chakra. Feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. Well, that goes back to the first message with you, because it's a thought, then a feeling. But when you feel good, it's kind of like, I'm healthy, I'm feeling good, come what may. But this is it. This is the real prosperity for me, and probably for you too. And so, I absolutely love that. I hope that you enjoyed it and you actually are feeling this, and that you will get those messages, if not today, maybe in the next couple of days. And just take really good care of yourself. Love your blessings, love your relationships, and I just want to thank you again, and until next time, bye-bye.